There we go. So it wasn't a thing, it was another thing. Okay, I still have my yellow eco. Ecologically though. Economics, no. Huh. Hey. Oh yeah, here's a little challenge place. Let's see, is there anything? Wait for it. There's gonna be a lot of challenges like this in the next few Jak games, or you know, the Jak 2 and 3. I mean, you're not gonna be riding this creature. This creature's probably dead, but by the time Jak 2 takes place in the far future, but it's not like an old Jak or anything. You'll see what happens. Far future from this time, like, you know, from the time this game takes place, but you'll see why. If you don't already know. You'll see why, possibly, if I hesitantly play Jak 2. Uh-oh, it's opening that. $75. I can't remember how many power cells there are. I think there's... I don't remember for sure. Probably a little over 100 is what I'm guessing. I think there's like 101. Because I think, I mean, obviously, 100's like the big number to get, well, 100%, so... And then there's some games that are like, oh, 100 and something percent, actually. You know, it doesn't really make that much sense, but okay. Well, what even is truth? I don't know. Try to get philosophical in some areas, and then like, or you know, some people try to act philosophical, and it's just like bull crap. There we go. I don't remember how many of those there are, but I'm sure you get a power cell by the end of it. Yeah. Let's see. Die. 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 Would you die? There we go. Alright. Oh. I guess you're invincible to those things whenever you have the ready go on, which I didn't realize. Okay, maybe not. Or unless I got hit on one of those things. That's a possibility. Let's see. Hold on. I remember back in middle school, a horrible time to do what I did because we got like I didn't want to hit the triangle button. Come on, hands. But anyway, back in middle school, I was trying to cover up my sneeze, not make it as loud, and it ended up like I ended up going like up or like up or something like that. Like I sneezed where it sounded like I farted. Like I didn't actually fart, just I sneezed in a way where it sounded like that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't a big waste of time that I came down here. But anyway, but yeah, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to cover up a sneeze so I wouldn't be as loud, and then I ended up just sounding like that. Like I said, bad time to do it. I know there were some kids that were just like, oh, I'm just gonna fart anyway. But, you know, this was back when I was apparently worried about, like, oh no, what are these females going to think of me now? And it's just like, you know, nowadays it's just like, who cares what they think? They're a bunch of hoes. That almost felt unintentional there. Like the way I said that. But like, you know. Nah, they're let's see. There's some good people that came from that school. As crazy as that sounds. Alright. Oh. Well, shoot. I could have came from that way. Oh well. No, I probably would have done something like, well, it's not unlocked, or you have to wait until this happens before this can happen. Alright, let's go back up here. Check my phone. Anyway. Let's see. So yeah, at this point in time, on December 7th, whoa. So, Sega Genesis Classics will be released on the Switch, which I do plan to get. That was one of those games I just did not want to get at first because once again, oh yeah, here's that power cell. Because once again, it's a Sega game. Rather than having, you know, the best Sonic game, the best Genesis Sonic game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, they decided, no, we're just gonna have Sonic 1 and 2. I mean, they also have like 3D Blast and Spinball and stuff like that. But still, it's gonna be cool because that'll be the first time you get to play those on the go, like 3D Blast and I mean, you know, 3D cool in a way. Sonic, Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic, or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, stuff like that. That'll be cool because you get to play those first time on the go. Well, I mean, if you had a Sega Nomad, you know, that was a little different, but in terms of not being a Sega, part of the Sega Genesis, you know. What am I saying now? But anyway, but they could have had, they easily could have had Sonic 3 and Knuckles. They could have easily had it, but they just don't. I don't understand it. Like, every time they skip Sonic 3 and Knuckles, they skip the ones with the save states. Even though, I mean, it's not that hard to re-release stuff like that. It was I mean, It was re-released on the 360. It was re-released on the Wii, but it wasn't re-released on the PS3. Unless you have Sonic, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, and even then, for some weird reason, they decided not to have the combination of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. They just had Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, which was, you know, it's cool and everything. What I'm saying is they seem to be lazy when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know if there's like extra work that has to be done when porting over that game or those games or whatever, but right now the only non-Sega Nomad way of playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the go, officially and legally, is if you have a if you have Sonic Sonic Classic Collection on the DS. And those weren't exactly the best ports. I mean, Sonic 1 and 2 and Knuckles and Sonic 2 and all that stuff, you know, those weren't too bad. But when it came to playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the go, or, you know, on that game, it's like, there was a few screw-ups here and there. Especially whenever you tried to play the special stages, at least. It was like, it's kind of hard to look at. Unless it just happened to be the, happened to be the version that I played. It was not too good. All right, I'm just kind of aimlessly wandering around, just wondering where to go. Oh wait, I do know where to go.